Woo, beautiful friends and family, I am back. Excuse my absence, I was sick for so long, but now we're back. In total, I lost 21 pounds. A lot of that's gonna be water weight, so it'll come back, but I wanna do a 90-day vegan muscle challenge, and I'm inviting all of you guys to join me. I'm gonna be trying to put on as much muscle as I can in the next 90 days before I fly out to London Veg Fest in October. So in this first episode, I'm gonna break it all down for you, what my workout's gonna be like, what the diet's like, pre-workout, all of that stuff. And I'm also gonna lay out the blueprints so you guys can follow along with me. And if you are trying to put muscle on right now, this can be your motivation to take the next 90 days to be as serious as you can about gaining that vegan muscle. So we've got 12 weeks to do this. We're gonna put on as much size as possible, but we need to talk about food before we talk about gaining any muscle, right? So right here, I actually have mixed veg and rice with a little bit of teriyaki sauce. Super easy meal to make, lots of calories in it. I'm gonna be eating lots of whole foods with rice, potatoes, noodles, vegetables, tofu, tempeh, seitan. And if you wanna see anything that I'm eating during this series, you can check out my full day of eating each weekend because I'll be posting what I eat in those videos. You're gonna join along with me. What do you need to do? Well, you're gonna look up Total Daily Energy Expenditure Calculator online, just search it and then put in all your stats. Take whatever number it gives you and then add 400 calories to it and start eating that. And if you can start gaining weight, half a pound to a pound a week, then you're good, stay there. If you're not gaining weight, then add a little bit more calories, maybe 150, 200 more calories to that number and see if you are gaining weight the next week. Just keep doing this until you're gaining half a pound to a pound a week. I know the question is gonna come up, so what are the macronutrient ratios that I'm using? I'm going somewhere around a 60-20-20, 6% carbs, 20% protein and fats, but I'll adjust that a little bit here and there. The thing that I am mostly just keeping a minimum of is 110 grams of protein. So sometimes the ratios will change, but I'll never go lower than 110 grams of protein. And that's it. Diet is very, very simple. It doesn't need to be complicated unless you want to complicate it. As long as you're getting enough calories in, you're getting your minimum protein in, and you are lifting progressively and moving more weight or doing more volume each week, you're doing some sort of challenge to your body, you're going to grow. So it's very simple. That's pretty much it. Let's move forward. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my pre-workout. Now, before we get into that, do you actually need to take a pre-workout? And the answer is no. Nobody really needs to take a pre-workout. Pre-workout will add 5-10% of intensity, a little bit of a pump and stuff. But again, you absolutely don't need to take one. Okay, so let's go in the kitchen and I'm gonna show you guys what I make my pre-workout out of. It's actually very simple. Oh my gosh, it literally looks like I'm about to show you my favorite cocaines and about to do a cocaine taste test or something like that. But there's reasons for this, so let me tell you. Okay, so this first one is creatine monohydrate, very cheap. You can buy it literally anywhere on the internet. It's gonna be very, very cheap. Then there's also a little bit of citrulline malate and a little bit of AAKG. These two serve to help you produce nitric oxide, which helps dilate your veins and your vessels, so that way you can get blood to and from the muscle easier. You get that pump, literally pumping agents. That's what they put in the pre-workouts that you pay so much for. And then finally, I'm adding some BCAAs. This is the Vivo Life plant-based BCAAs and coconut water sustain. So this is a good way just to get some extra BCAAs in. It also flavors these other things because this is very sour and it makes this like a really delicious. This one is baobab and blueberry. Highly recommend this. And then where does my caffeine come from? Well, lately I've just been making a cup of coffee and that'll give me about 100 milligrams of caffeine or so. You could also just use a powdered caffeine if you wanted to, but this is a very cheap version of pre-workout. That way you don't have to pay for those really expensive, $2 per serving pre-workouts. Because let's be honest here, a pre-workout is pretty simple. It's just some sort of stimulant, which is usually caffeine, some sort of pumping agent, which is what we just showed you, AAKG and citrulline malate, and then flavoring, and that's pretty much what a pre-workout is. So this is a very cheap version of that. So I'll put a link to my Amazon store, which is where you can get the AKG, citrulline malate, and the creatine, and then I will put a link to the Vivo store so you guys can check out the BCAAs, the protein powder, and anything else that's on the store like the greens. You can use my code Brian10 for a discount. So I just finished my workout. I figured what better place to tell you guys about the workouts that I'll be doing than after a workout at the gym. So one of the things that I am doing, at least right now, is I'm working out really late at night, like somewhere between 10 and 12 o'clock, because it makes it easier for me to film. It also is a lot easier because there's not as many people here. In San Diego, it is packed in the gyms right now because the summer is going on and everyone's trying to get their six-pack on. But I like it when I can get the machines and the exercises that I want to get more easily. So the workouts, I told you guys earlier that I would have a PDF in the description below for you, so just check that out. You can download it and you'll have everything written out. I'll also have this on screen, but basically the workouts that I'm going to be doing is a strength upper day, a strength lower day, and those are going to be higher weight with lower reps. And then the other 3 days are all going to be hypertrophy, so they're going to be like medium to high reps, and that's going to be a chest, a tricep, a mid and front delt, day with a bit of triceps. The next one is gonna be a back, a bicep, a rear delt, and abs day. And then the last day is going to be a hypertrophy or high volume leg day. So we're gonna be doing all 5 of these workouts every week. And then if we have extra time for a 6th day, we'll just move to the next day and then keep rolling on as we go. I like this style of lifting when I am bulking. I have a lot of extra calories because the strength days really let me push myself and really like test my strength, get myself to be able to move heavier and heavier weights, get more comfortable under the bar, get more comfortable with heavy weights. And then the hypertrophy days are what really add the shape, the size. I get that pump. For me, because I've always lifted as a bodybuilder, it feels good to have that pump. So doing those hypertrophy days really like helps me to connect with my muscles and makes it easier for me when I do those strength days to do it correctly with the right form. It's some tough workouts and there's a lot of volume, so you gotta keep things moving, especially on the hypertrophy days, but this is a really solid workout. I think you guys are gonna really like it. So that is it for this first episode, my beautiful friends and family. We're gonna be putting up episodes as we move along, so probably one every week or every other week, just so that I can show you my progress each week with the strength that I'm gaining, the actual way that my physique is changing, the foods that I'm eating, and all the extras and all the details that could give you guys any tips that would help you yourself as you go along with me on this challenge. Again, I highly recommend downloading the workout routine that I put together for you guys in the description below. And also, if you guys haven't heard about my recipe book I put out about a month or 2 ago, this is called Eat Vegan or Die Trying. This could help a lot of you guys who are either new to veganism or just don't really know what kind of healthy meals you could incorporate into you trying to put on muscle and get in fit and shape and stuff. If you do join this challenge, I really want to hear it. So hit me up with a Snapchat, Brian Turner, hit me up with an Instagram DM or post, tag, whatever it is. I just want to know who's there with me. I want to see the progression that happens as you guys go along with me on this journey, and I can't wait for you guys to come along and see how my body changes on my way to London in October. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you're joining this challenge in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker. Team Beyond the Week, CT. Lift heavy or die MIRIN.